Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 31 of XCom 2. We're getting quite close to the end of the game now. There are still a few more story missions that we need to wade through. In fact, I think there are 3 in total. So we also have a few techs that we need to get through. We've got Plasma Rifle coming in 4 days, which is quite nice. It would be nice to get that before we do the next story mission, although I really don't want to hold off on the story mission for too long. We still need to be able to make contact with West Asia. We probably should think about going to do that as quickly as we can. We are probably going to get a couple more sort of guerrilla ops and things along the way, though. We've also got a retaliation strike in 3 weeks. We'll probably end up having to do that. So let us go and start picking up this supply drop. We might as well, we are here. Githian has now picked up the Soul Fire ability. Let's go ahead and train him with yet another ability. Soul Steel transfers half of the damage done back to the Psi Operative as health. That could be useful. Void Rift, generate an explosive field of psionic energy that immediately damages everything within. Organic enemies have a chance to suffer insanity. That could be quite good. It's a very high level one, that is. And then we've got Sustain, which is the one that stops you from being killed and puts you down to 1 hit point. I think Void Rift is a nice big high damaging thing. We could go ahead and put a second room in here at the back and actually get a second Psi Operative in training, just in case one of them gets injured. It might be worth doing that. We certainly have the money and we're about to get some more. Let's go ahead and do the upgrade. We do need to go and get ourselves another soldier. We have one person currently wounded who is Afro. He will be back in a day, so that is fine. We don't have any more rookies left, at least I don't believe we do. No, we don't. So we are going to have to go and recruit a rookie. And we'll just pick somebody randomly. I know a James Smith. Admittedly, he's not a black guy, but we'll grab James there. And we will make him into our Psi Operative. So we have upgraded the Psi Lab, and now we can put James in there. Fantastic. So now we've got 2 people being worked on. Everything else is good. Plasma Rifle 4 days. We'll definitely have the plasma rifles before we do the story mission, because we've still got to go and establish contact over there before we can do anything else. There's all of the supplies. New staff available, which I don't think we need right now. So let's consider going and make... Can we make contact here?
As of right now, we don't have enough intel to get a solid bearing on the local resistance forces in that area.
We don't have enough intel. That is unfortunate. We could go ahead and build a contact tower over here. So we probably should. Let's go and put in a radio relay. We do need to definitely get some more intel. And we're going to need more intel for one of the storyline missions. You guys may have already seen other people play, so you may know what there is to come. But I don't want to give too much away by saying exactly why we need intel. But it is quite important for one of the missions coming up that we actually have some intel saved up. So we can skip that. We've seen it before. So that actually gives us more income. Each laboratory increases research speed by 20%. Well, we don't technically have any labs, so that shouldn't make any difference. We can actually make contact here now. So we probably should go and do that.
We can't establish any new contacts until we upgrade.
That does have comms up to capacity now, though. We have a supply raid. Well, we might as well go and do it. There's no reason not to. What have we got here? We've got Archons, Sectoids, Elite Officer, Shield Bearer, Gatekeeper, Codex, Heavy Mech. Quite annoying, but it would give us some stuff. Let's go and do it.
Sector 7, Western Europe.
We knew we would end up getting a few missions along the way, so that's not really an issue. We might even get some intel from this. It looks like our usual team is here and ready to go. Says the mission is going to be very difficult. Do I want to get anything for anyone else? Any better armor? I think we're good as we are for the time being. This team does work quite well on most things. Almost considering not using the flamethrower. We're not expecting chrysalids here. Let's go ahead and give Marbs the... I'm actually going to give him the rocket launcher. The plasma blaster is useful, but it just fires in a straight line, I believe. Yeah, it's very difficult to hit things in a straight line. I think the rocket launcher is more utilitarian, so we'll do that. Let's go straight ahead and launch the mission. So we know we've got 11 enemies. I can't remember whether or not they get reinforcements on these supply raid missions. We know at least one of them is going to be a gatekeeper. Not too worried about that though. We've faced gatekeepers before. They are probably one of the most difficult enemies in the game, mainly because they just have a lot of armor and so many hit points.
There's still the potential to recover valuable technology here. So we're moving to
That said, of course, I mean, I don't think one of them's actually ever been able to fire a shot at us yet. But they can do a lot of damage if they're allowed to, so they should always be made a priority.
Menace 1-5. Coordinates of the advent train are locked in. Move to secure. Eliminate all hostiles.
Okay, so we are in. We're all concealed as well, which is always a nice start. So where are we in terms of the map boundary? We are right in the bottom corner here. So the question is, which way are the aliens going to be? Probably in this direction, because there's the supply train. I mean, that would make the most sense, right? So let's go and start running up in this direction. We'll make use of full cover where we can. Haven't spotted anything yet. We don't have a timer, so we don't really need to charge everybody forward like a madman. There's always the possibility that we might get flanked. Now, if you move there, that is going to be a dash, but I don't really have a lot of options for you there. So let's get you into cover there. Still can't be seen. Obviously, we don't want to pull anything accidentally. Do you have some cover there? The problem we've got putting somebody up here is you don't know whether someone's going to come from this direction, which could be potentially problematic. I think we'll just leave Afro at the back for now. We might move him up onto the high ground if we get the opportunity to do that. Let's move Marbazir here. Hopefully he won't get flanked. Nothing spotted yet. And then, of course, we've got Gizmo, who should probably stay at the back. Now, I appreciate I haven't really moved very far forwards here. But why should we? We're not on a time limit. Let's not get people injured. We've got some important missions coming up soon. So having our best people injured in preparation for endgame story missions is not sensible. Let's move up to here. See what we can see, if anything. Still haven't spotted anything yet. That is something that I find strange, to be honest. Let's move up to here in the corner then. Still nothing. Let's go ahead and move Azumo round to there. Still nothing in that direction. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Now then, can we actually get you up here? We can do, but you wouldn't have an awful lot of cover from an awful lot of sides, which is problematic. I think we will go and put Afro up there, though, for now. Just give him some high ground for if and when we do detect anything. So I think we can safely move some people forwards now. Again, we do still have to be careful. We don't want to accidentally trigger anything. And there might be stuff over in this direction as well that we just can't see yet. And Shadowhawk, you can come over there. Something will most likely patrol into us on this turn. Okay, I am actually genuinely amazed that nothing has patrolled into us. Okay, Marbazir, let's move you up to here. Ah, we have our first group. So, we've got ourselves 2 sectoids and an Archon. Now, there might be more stuff over here. And we're very, very close to being in spotted territory. Now, I want these things to come towards me. I want to choose what I can shoot at. So, as a result, I am going to initiate manually. Now then, what would I prefer to do? Plasma grenade? Nothing has armor here, so I think we're actually going to go with the gas bomb. Now, I can't tell whether or not this is going to hit the sectoids. I'm going to assume that it will, even though I can't see them. There we go. That actually did quite a lot of damage to those sectoids. Might even be enough to kill them on the next turn. Of course, that's going to put us out of cover. Yep, one of those sectoids is down to 1 health, so he's dead at the end of the turn. Can't see the second sectoid at the moment. Okay, we do have a 100% chance to hit the Archon with Afro. So that's definitely a shot he should be taking. 8 damage. Wasn't a kill, but it's now down to 3 health. It's also poisoned. Now again, we do need to be careful how far forwards we move, because there is a possibility that we'll end up putting something over in this direction. And of course, we don't want stuff to end up getting destroyed, so we do want to try and kill this guy if we can. Now, you would have a line of sight from here, but there's every chance that you might end up destroying those supplies, which is something that I don't want to happen. There aren't really a great many places we could go. I could possibly try and do something with me, but I'd like to stay in cover while I've got the cover. You could move up to there. It's only half cover, but you'll have a decent shot from there, and you shouldn't accidentally destroy the supplies. It's not the end of the world if the supplies are destroyed, but of course we prefer them not to be. And of course, when you need a 71% chance shot to hit, it misses, but that's just the way of things. Azumo actually has a line of sight. Only has a 69% chance to hit from there. I think if we move him up behind this tree, he still has a line of sight, and he probably has better odds to hit from there. Not by much. 73. I mean, we could just go ahead and use combat protocol, but in all honesty, I'd prefer to save it. So let's just go ahead and take the shot. And we got the kill. Very good. And he dropped some loot. You, I think, need to stay on Overwatch. Now, I would like Shadowhawk able to respond to any sectoid movement, but that's going to be a little bit difficult. But I think we'll move him a little bit further forwards here. And we will just put him on Overwatch. He might accidentally blow up some of the supplies, which is my concern. You should die anyway because of the poison. There is another one in there. Maybe they did both die. Maybe they actually both died. That's quite possible. Now, I'd like to get that loot. The problem at the moment, of course, is the poison. And there also might be a group of something over there. Let us move up over here. We are still concealed. Didn't give us a view on anything else. Let's just do a couple of reloads and wait for that poison to go away. Let's make sure everyone is on full ammo. I want to get to Afro if I can. There he is. You need to reload as well. And then everybody else is just going to Overwatch. I just want that gas to go away. I'm going to go and grab that loot, and we'll see if we get anybody else coming towards us. Now we've been activated, it's quite possible that we might pull something, and indeed we have. We've got ourselves a heavy mech and a shield bearer. Heavy mech's gone on to Overwatch. We're going to get some shots at the shield bearer. Good shot, Marmazir. Unfortunately, most of that was absorbed by his armor, but you certainly did him some damage. And a good shot from Gizmo. That was a critical. The shield bearer is down.
Watch those supply crates. If you destroy them, there won't be anything left for us to recover once the area is secure.
No, I don't think we've destroyed any. Now, the problem is at the moment, we can't actually move. Which is problematic. Well, we can. We could go ahead and... We know we've got one gatekeeper. We could spare a rocket. Could we hit him with a normal plasma grenade? Just. We would take out a lot of that cover. Let's hit him with the normal plasma grenade. Because he is in range. That'll get rid of most of his armor. And then we'll get Afro to take the shot. So he still has 1 armor, but we did 6 damage. The Overwatch has been removed as well now. So we will tab around to Afro. He has a 100% chance to hit. This is going to do 11 to 13 damage because of the blue screen ammo, so that should be a confirmed kill. Yep, it's down. Brilliant. Good shot, sir. Now, I was waiting for that gas cloud to dissipate, but I don't think we're going to have time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Gizmo, and I'm going to get him to run in. Now, he's running through the poison cloud, but he's got a medkit on him, so he's immune. So, a superior hair trigger, very nice, and a superior scope. Not the best thing we could have had, but good nonetheless. We haven't spotted anything else. You may as well go on to Overwatch. Azumo does not have a medkit, so he definitely should not be standing in the acid. I do want to move you forwards, though. So we were expecting 11 enemies. We've already killed 5. So there are going to be 6 more. We know there's going to be at least 1 gatekeeper and at least 1 codex. So we've got that to look forward to. There really could be something over in this direction, but it'll be difficult to see. I'd prefer to start moving along the train, to be honest. So maybe that's what we'll do. I do need to try and keep people in cover where I can. There shouldn't be anything any further this way because we already pulled that patrol, so... So we'll get Marbazir to reload. Keep everybody on full ammo where you can. Marbazir actually had a free reload there. I shouldn't have wasted that. Keep forgetting about that, not used to it. You might as well stay there for now. Okay, we do have another group. We have ourselves a stun lancer, a shield bearer, and an officer. Did they activate on us? No, they didn't actually activate. I am surprised by that. So, we could go and open up with a party grenade. Not sure Marbazir's got the range with his gas bomb. He actually has. That's not going to take any of the armour off the shield bearer, but I don't mind about that. We might as well use the gas bombs against the sort of... the organic targets where it's nice and easy. Stun Lancer's going to die at the end of the turn. Don't need to worry about him anymore. Now that will activate them. But they won't actually move because they don't have a line of sight on anybody. Which is quite nice. Let us go and shoot the... Well, you're going to die at the end of the turn anyway, so we don't care about you. So we prefer to shoot the officer if we can. So, oh no, that's me. That's the wrong person. I want to be on Afro. You're not technically flanking. You have an 83% chance against the officer, though. That's definitely the shot you should be taking from there. We are going to have to start moving Afro forwards as well. His use up here isn't going to be very good. He actually missed, which surprised me, to be honest. They still haven't seen where we are, though, so that hasn't actually activated them proper. Do you know what? Let's just go ahead and throw an acid bomb in there, and then that's kill confirmed on pretty much all of them. The officer might just have enough life to survive that one. He's down to 2 health. He's poisoned. He's got acid burn. He's going to die on the next turn. We don't need to worry about that. We've got 3 enemies remaining on the map then. So let's just go and put everybody on to Overwatch. Let those guys finish themselves off, and then we just need to find the final group. So yeah, you'll die. That's fine. So we've got 1 group remaining, and we know that that group is going to consist of a codex, or at least 1 codex and a gatekeeper, which is quite nasty, really, when you think about it. It's a pretty nasty combination. Yeah, we'll get Afro down on the ground, because we might need to use his fanfire against the gatekeeper. We will need to reload his rifle, but we'll have to do that on the next turn. We'll keep just sneaking forwards a little bit, just in case we do catch patrol. Let's go and put Azumo on Overwatch. Shadowhawk. It's probably about as far as I want to risk moving you up. Put you on to Overwatch. Gizmo. Don't have any great cover for you. Let's move you over here.
Affirmative, covering now.
Marbazir. Got to be careful with you because the poison is real. You can be hurt by that. Let's start moving you up this side of the train here.
On Overwatch.
This is where the supplies are, so in my opinion this is where most of the aliens would be. Let's run up here with me because I do still have my concealment.
In position.
Well, we didn't trigger anything. Let's continue with the scouting. That would have us running through the poison, which is unfortunate. Can we go around this way and hop over stuff? Let's rally to there, and then yeah, that would then end up being a dash, which is not ideal.
Roger that.
Let's run over to here. Ah, there we go. We have spotted the final group. Now, this is the thing we've got to worry about. But it's good that we've spotted them. I don't think anybody is close enough to really do anything. That's not true, actually. We've got our blaster bomb. And what better time to use it? That said, we don't quite have the range on it, which is unfortunate. I could try and move Shadowhawk a little bit closer. I do worry that that will trigger them. No, we were far enough away. Do we have the distance now? Yes, we do. And this shouldn't blow up any supplies either. Not as far as I can see. There's none on this end of the train. So, blaster bomb well spent. That will do a lot of damage to the codex. Don't think there was any supplies on that truck. It also took a fair bit of health away from the gatekeeper. It still has a lot of health though. Top Shelf has a shot on the codex, which is not what we want. We want a shot on that gatekeeper, but he's not in a position to do it at all. I'm guessing you don't have a free reload either. No. And your shot's only 44%, which is not fantastic. So you're going to move up and you're going to reload.
Good to go.
Now we need to start doing damage to these people. We do still have some other explosives up our sleeve, quite literally. Shadowhawk is now out of moves because he moved before we fired, which means he does not get the benefit of salvo. We do still have Marbs down here. Marbs has a rocket launcher. Marbs does have salvo. Marbs can reach the codex. Unfortunately, he's quite limited to what he can hit from there. If we could get him into a better position... Although I'm not too sure how realistic that's going to be. We'll try and move him up anyway. I'm more worried about the gatekeeper than anything else. Yeah, Mobs does not have a shot with that rocket launcher. That was a bad place to move to. Well, we still have some options. We've still got a Zumo. We could definitely... Well, we'd need to be able to see it to get... to do Haywire Protocol. Which is a little bit annoying. We want to stay in cover as well. Yeah, this thing might actually do us some damage on this turn. That might be unavoidable. Capacitor discharge, mimic beacon. I think the mimic beacon might be the answer to this one. And in fact, we might be using the mimic beacon with me. We're going to get discovered anyway. But I think what we're going to do is actually use the mimic beacon. And hopefully it'll attack that and not attack me. We need a turn just to get everybody in position. Everybody was a little bit too far back. Now you don't have any cover there, which is problematic. I can get you up here into full cover. So let's go and do that. I could take a shot at the codex, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use aid protocol on me because I am in only half cover. And that will mean if one of these moves, I should get a shot on them. And then I'll see if there's anything else I can do against anybody else. Marbazir, I really wish you could do something. But unfortunately, from that position, you're kind of screwed. We could potentially take out that codex that's likely to flank us.
target.
I was trying very, very careful there to get the shot because it kept moving where the target was going to be. But that's the Codex dead. Looks like it's a bit of a waste of a rocket, but I do have more explosives. We've got Asimo over here. Asimo also has aid protocol. And we could potentially use that on somebody else. We could actually go ahead and use your aid protocol on Gizmo. Because he can take a reaction shot as well. So hopefully, there's only 2 enemies left. Hopefully they're going to go after the Mimic Beacon. And if they do move, we should get some shots. What's the range on your capacitor discharge? Not enough. So I think for the time being, we'll just move Azumo forwards a little. We do need to keep him in cover. He should be okay over there. Okay, hopefully they're going to go for the Mimic Beacon now. Stuff's going to blow up, of course. Now, what is that that's shooting at us? Maybe it's a turret. Whatever it is, I can't see it. I think there's a turret on top of the train. So we did take a shot at the... couple of shots, actually. One of them hit, one of them missed. The one that hit didn't do a lot of damage. Not liking where you're going. You're attacking the Mimic Beacon. That's fine. You attack the Mimic Beacon. You actually missed, which means the Mimic Beacon survived, which is good, because that now means that the Codex will probably try and hit the Mimic Beacon. Now, by my count, these are the last 2 enemies, and it definitely looked like that was a turret, which doesn't count, so we should be okay. Unfortunately, we're still not in a position to use Afro to do any damage to that thing. In fact, where Afro is currently, he can't hit anything. Let's go ahead and move him around here. Still doesn't help a great deal. He does have a shot on the Codex, but not on this turn, because that would be a rifle shot. So, we need to do some damage to this thing. It's hard to tell if that's actually going to hit. It looks like that's going to land on the roof of the train. What if we used an acid bomb? See, it's not glowing red, which means that would just land on the train roof, which is not ideal. So can we move Shadowhawk into a better position? Well, we can. We can move him over here. And unfortunately now we won't get the... we won't get salvo, but we can hit this thing, take off most of its armor, remove its cover. That actually killed... Did that kill the Codex as well, or did the Codex just sort of fall back because of the explosion? No, the Codex just fell back because of the explosion. Okay, that's got rid of quite a lot of its armor, but not all of it. Marbazir, you don't have an awful lot of options here. Let's move Marbazir forward there. We can potentially take a shot at that Codex, because we're a little bit short for other options. So let's go ahead. It's only a 37% chance. I don't really like it, but hey, sometimes you get lucky. And this is one of those times. So the Codex is now down. And Marbazir gets his promotion. Now, what I could do... Wouldn't have a line of sight from there, which is too bad. We'd have a line of sight from there, and that would still give us some cover. It would allow us to be flanked, which is really not a good thing at all, but we've got few options remaining. I do still have a rocket. 83% chance. We could rapid fire with a 68% chance to hit twice. Let's take it. It's risky. First hit was a critical and did the job. Okay, that should be the end of the mission then.
Enemy eliminated. Status confirmed.
Yep, brilliant. Okay, so that shot that came from the top of the map must have been a turret. Because it says 12 enemies, but it didn't make us kill it, so yeah, it was a turret. Flawless. Nobody wounded. Good. Not a perfect mission. Not flawless in my eyes. Obviously, there were some bad plays in there, but... At the end of the day, the mission was completed. Everybody came home. I'm not sure if we destroyed any supplies. I don't think we did, but you never can tell because there are other bits and pieces on the map that aren't supplies in terms of coins. There are objects and stuff you can destroy. But I think overall it went quite well. We did beat the average damage per attack record, 7.6 damage per attack. And we got a promotion from Arbazir, so yeah, all around it was a good mission. I'm just more mad with myself that I didn't play that a little bit better. At least it was quite quick, which is always nice. We don't like it when these missions go on for too long. Although the loading times are almost as long as the missions are. There we go. And that will give us some more supplies. We'll probably have time to get our plasma weapons done now. We should have enough money to do it. So at least when we go into the story mission, everyone's going to have plasma weapons.
I'm impressed, Commander.
Okay then, Marbazir. Ah, Marbazir has a hidden ability. You have Phantom. Very, very nice. I like that. And we want to give you... I think we'll give you Saturation Fire. You're just going to go full-on Grenadier. Nice. So now we've got a full squad of Colonels. Got a load of stuff. More Codex Brains, Sectoid Corpses, 146 supplies. Decent. Very decent. We're up to 819 supplies now. We do still have one more day until plasma weaponry is completed. We don't really need these things, so I think we're going to go for not now. In the meantime, let's just go and see if we can get a little bit of intel till plasma weapons are finished, and then we can go and do the story mission. So I just want plasma weapons to be finished.
The outcome of this research can only further our advances, Commander.
There we go, we now have plasma weaponry.
Energy weapons just like theirs now.
Very nice. Of course, that won't be plasma weapons for everyone. We do still need to research the beam cannon, the plasma lance, and the storm gun. So plasma lance is the sniper rifle, the beam cannon is for the grenadier, and the storm gun is the shotgun. But we can build the plasma rifle and the plasma pistol. So there's the pistol, there's the rifle. What do we want to work on next? Probably, if I'm honest, we want to work on either of these. Probably the plasma lance. Yeah, let's work on the plasma lance.
Commander, I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
Hello, Commander.
Let's go and build items. And we want the beam pistol, that's 125. And we want the plasma rifle, that's 250. Quite expensive, but we've still got enough to keep us going. We've got another war suit almost completed. I'm not too sure who I'm even going to give that one to. And in fact, if we just go to the proving grounds, I think we will go for an experimental powered weapon after that as well.
But now I'm starting to think it's all just part of the aliens' grand design. The core itself may not be entirely stable, which would explain why the aliens went through so much trouble to isolate it in the bow. We'll get started right away, Commander. I'll send word when the project is complete.
So things are still going quite well for us, I think, I hope. And yeah, next time we will probably start that story mission. Not everyone's going to have plasma weaponry, but we can't afford to hold out for too long. We need to get on with it if we need to get that done. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying XCOM 2. I'll see you guys on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.